Good job. I guess I could tell Paige. Perhaps that's what I should start doing. Let me tell the children what every time it comes. Oh Lord. Oh Lord, send help, honey. Let me tell you something. One thing I find is that the technology is going to do whatever it wants to do as often as it wants to do it. Okay. My God, today. Okay. Now I'm officially up on here for everybody. Good. Good job. Whew. Okay. Hey, everybody. Hi, everybody. Kendra, I'm screaming already. Kendra has me screaming already. All right, what's going on? I hope everybody is well. I slid on here. Okay. I slid on here to do some readings. Okay. And that's what I'm here to do. All right. So that being said, thank you for the likes. I appreciate you. Um, so that's what I'm here to do. Okay. I'm here to do the readings. I don't have an elegant way to start this as I normally do. Not today. Normally I have all types of beautiful spiritual language to incorporate. But today I'm just like, hey. Oh my goodness. Hi, Jasmine Flowers. Hey everybody. I don't know what my clock app is doing. It doesn't want me to be great. It never wants me to be great. Dear God. Something I told you. Wait, Kendra said, I've been meaning to book you anyway, friend, but something you told me on my birthday reading is currently transpiring. So, dear God, my God, today, hey, Taisha, hey, Kayleen, hey, Salim, hey, Lynette, hi. But y'all, when I tell you the Clock app live is being foolish, when I tell you it's being foolish, it doesn't want your boy to be great. It doesn't want your boy to be great. But you know what? I'm going to be great. Nothing's going to bring me down. Can't bring me down. Can't bring me down. Can't bring me down. Do I have Verizon? Mm-mm. What about Verizon? Oh, it's been acting up all day. Oh, okay. Well, no, it's just the live. It doesn't push the live out. It doesn't do any of the things. It just be, but that's what do we call look at your neighbor and say racism. Look at your neighbor and say racism. Okay. Hey, hi Lilo. Yes, honey child. Look at your neighbor and say racism. That's how they do. Okay. They don't want your boy to rise up, but can't bring me down. Can't bring me down. Can't bring me down, down, down. Can't bring me down. Can't bring me down. Can't bring me down. Down, 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 down. Well, you can't bring me down. Can't bring me down. Can't bring me down. Down, 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 down. Can't bring me down. Can't bring me down. Can't bring me down. Down, 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 down. Can't bring me down. Okay. All right. So let's start off here. I'm very grateful that you are all here. Listen, you don't have to get a reading from me to get a message. Okay. Meaning you could sit here and listen, and the spirit is going to fly through and bust you upside your head. People have caught stray bullets many a times. Okay. And I don't believe that this is going to be any different. Okay. I don't believe it's going to be any different. So there you have that. Okay. So if you want a reading, I have the Cash App right there. So you can go ahead and get on the listerization, and you can go ahead and put in the memo of the Cash App, what is this about? Okay. I'm going to start with Kendra. Kendra, what are we tapping into? I know you said some things. You said, okay. I got you, Dania. I got you, Lynette. So far, I have Kendra, Lynette, and Dania on my list. Okay. Kendra, we falling from forth the spirit? Are we looking into your situation? What are we doing? Serene said, "Dear God, I caught a live." Serene, isn't God good? Isn't God good? I know you said something, but something told me on. But something transpiring that happened on your birthday. Oh, okay. That I told you on your birthday. And my authenticity. Got you. All right, Kendra. Let me say my prayer, and I will get started. Okay, Kendra. Let's start here. Hey. Let's start here. So the interesting thing is they kept showing me the Empress tarot card. Okay? And so one thing in particular, we know that the Empress in and of itself represents creativity, it represents femininity, it represents divine femininity. But even within that, it's intuition, and it is creative expression. Okay. And so when we talk about this, Kendra, yes. When we talk about this is really simple. You know what it is that you want to do. It's not about what the spirit wants you to do, or where you want to move, or what you want to, you know what you want to do. Why is it though that there is a confidence issue in just following through with it? They're putting an emphasis here on the creativity, on the creative expression, right? On the expression of your intuition. So whatever career, job, space, not job, whatever career that is for you, you got, just go. Kendra, listen. I'm flying in with both feet and elbows to your forehead. Because you're the type of person, and I love you to life, but you will really sit there and have a desire, a calling, a feeling, but doubt it day in and day out because you don't know what the end is going to be. The end is going to be, that's what your destiny is. That's what your destiny is. And this goes for you and this goes for everyone else. That calling that you have, that is not false. That pulling, that gravity to a certain area of study, of creativity, of business, of spirituality, of relationship, that pull, that's not false. That pull is your indication that that's the direction and that is already spirit approved. You said leap of faith. Absolutely. That comes back to what I was speaking about as it pertains to you knowing what you want to do and not knowing how it's going to work out. You don't need to know how it's going to work out. You just need to know that it is, Kendra. Okay? And the crazy part about you, Kendra, is you do have a clear vision. You have a clear vision. You may just have it in your mind, and you may need to get that written down so you can see it, but you have a clear vision. You don't need any steps. When we talk about the steps, as you said, next steps to walk in my authenticity. The Empress. Study the Empress tarot card. Study the story behind the Empress, right? And the thing about an Empress is that an Empress is in full, total control of her queendom. Okay? Is in full, total control. And an Empress is a decision maker. The Empress doesn't doubt whether or not her choices are going to be profitable or abundance filled or successful. The Empress understands that what her steps are, where she wants to move, is coming from an intuitive space, and the spirit is not going to lead her astray. Sometimes you just have to dive head first into it. So this is not even a question of, I'm not sure what I want to do. You know exactly what you want to do. You're not sure. You have anxiety surrounding how it's all going to play out. You should not. Okay? Every video game, listen to me. Here we go. Come on, video game. Every video game has built-in opponents. Okay? That's just a part of the game. It's already in the game, right? You already have opponents that come with the game. Okay. Every turn, it's going to have that. That's a part of the game. But you choosing to go the route of your intuition and your inner calling, where you're being drawn to, is the difference between you beating the game on easy or you beating the game on hard. That's the difference. So your first step is to understand that there is not a wrong step. Your first step is your second step, your first and second step is to understand that anywhere I step is leading exactly to where I need to be. And see, because you are such a spiritual person already, and you're such a mystical person and higher level of thinking and thought, you got to know it. You got to know that the spirit is guiding you every step of the way, and combat that analytical side of you that wants to know every step, because that is a trauma response, because it's survival, right? Your survival mechanisms are kicking in, right? From when you had to navigate certain waters in your life, right? Where you had to know what a person was going to do in order to keep yourself safe. But this is not that. This is not that. This is not that. The spirit has already secured you. You're already covered. You're already connected. You just got to follow that connection. You got to follow it. And that's the thing, you know. All right. So call forth your energy of thriving and certainty, not just surviving. Okay. You've already survived. Okay. That's it. There's no more of that that's necessary. I've realized for the first time in my life that I have to be okay with not knowing what's on the other side of this choice, because prior I've always had to be sure. Absolutely. Trauma and survival. Okay. Prior, you've always had to be sure. Right. Now, the intuitive pull is the sureness. It is the certainty. That's it. Okay. But whatever it is, it has to be feeding your spiritual and your creative nature. And just do it. What else have you got to lose? You've been not doing it for all this time, and the results have been very slim. So the worst you can get is the same results. And even then, nothing will be lost. Okay? So just do it. Hi, Jax. Just do it. You're welcome. That's all. It's just you're just scared. Don't be scared. You just scared. Don't be scared though. Don't be scared. Hey, Jamila, peace to you. Okay, dear God. All right, I just refreshed. Okay, I see y'all. So let me see. Kendra, I just finished with Kendra. Thank you, Kendra. You know I love you. Spiritual plus creative nature. Yeah, if it does not feed that, you're not going to be well. You're going to find yourself in the same space, being like, I don't feel fulfilled. Right. Some people are like, some people can just be like get to the bag, just the money, that type of thing. And they're perfectly fine with that. You are not that. Okay. You are not that. You're welcome. Lynette. And then I have Iadenia, then I have Taisha, Katrina, Jessica, then Samitra. Okay, that means I have room for 3 more people on my list today. Well, I'm gonna go to the spirit. Tell me stop. How about that? All right, Lynette. Hi, Lynette. How you doing, Lynette? What are we tapping into today, Lynette? And then you also know, Kendra, that your listen, your husband gonna support you. You got support, okay? Just do it. Okay. And then tell him I said do it. And so he really gonna support you then. Okay. All right, Lynette. Let's look into it. Past trauma. Okay. All right, Lynette. Mm-hmm. Tell him I said he gonna support you. He gonna stick beside you. Here we go. Let me say my prayer, Lynette, and we'll go ahead and tap in. I'm gonna stick beside you. Here we go. Mm-mm-mm. But mind you, it's starting to rain right now. Lynette, so what the spirit just showed me is a child falling, a little girl falling into a well, like a well in the ground. Um, I see the people filling the well up and then drinking from that well. So what this lets me know is understanding how words from my mouth about things that I haven't studied, but are correct when I step back and check them out. So what this lets me know, this is definitely a reflection of your inner child, okay? Your inner child fell and nobody helped her up. You understand? You as a child, the things that you went through, um, it was a very lonely fall and descent into darkness. Okay. This child feels like people were not watching her, were not protecting her, was not looking after her as they should have. Because why else would the child fall into the well and nobody know where it is that she went? Okay. And unfortunately, this is a tale for a lot of Black women who were once Black girls, Black young adults, so forth and so on, where she would fall and be going through it and nobody would be paying attention to her enough to help her. Okay. But in this space, the spirit also shows me it from the bottom of the well looking up. Okay. And when I see this, it's like a pinhole, right? And this is related to your perspectives. Okay. So because your trauma has been what it's been, you can see life and experiences like this. All right. Meaning that you tend to just zoom in to only certain aspects, and those tend to be the negative aspects, which then seeps you into a depressive state, so forth and so on. Okay. And when we have this pinhole perspective, we can't ever get the full picture. We can't ever, people come talking about what the spirit is doing and how everything is purposeful, so forth and so on. But we can't ever get the full picture because of this. Okay. And so the very first thing that we have to do when we are combating our past traumas, especially when it was adults who were not paying attention, adults who, whatever, were not showing up, was not doing, so forth and so on, or projected on you, you have to sit down with yourself and you have to tell the full truth. The full truth about yourself and about everybody else. The full truth. Okay? You got to tell the full truth. We're not going to protect people anymore. We're not going to make it sound sugary sweet and flowery. No, we have to tell the raw, gut, honest truth about everybody else and about ourselves. Because a lot of what keeps us stuck is that we keep telling a version of the story that is not the full truth. So what I want you to do, I want you to go back through your life, spend some time, go back through your life, and I want you to write down key points, key people, and tell the full truth about who they were, what they did, so forth and so on. And about yourself, because this is a theme that I've been finding, and this is going to be for you, and this is going to be for other people. I have had the privilege of being able to hold a lot of Black women's trauma, all right, and being able to help them through that. And what has come up so much recently is shame not just attached to what happened. Now, I need y'all to hear this. Shame not just attached to what happened. The shame is attached to how they responded to what happened. So it's not even so much as the thing itself that is holding them, it's how they responded to that that's holding them. I come today to say, forgive yourself for the response. The response can be in the form of bad relationships, poor choices, poor decisions made, for not knowing self, not being completely clear with yourself. Forgive yourself for the response. Because what else were you going to do? How else were you going to respond? Forgive yourself for the response. Okay? I want you to sit down, right, and tell the full truth. Because when you tell the full truth, Lynette, what you're going to find out is this. What you think was about you or have thought was about you, it didn't have nothing to do with you. It had everything to do with the struggles, with the confusion, and the inner turmoil of the people around you. And you're going to decipher between what was their truth about them and what was actually real for you. Because a lot of times people, the parents, the adults around you will project onto you their own issues to get it off of them and onto somebody else that they can blame and criticize. All right? And that is just the facts. That's how the people move, how the people navigate. So sit down and do that with yourself. And I want you to do a daily spiritual practice, not exceeding more than 5 minutes. All right? I want you to do a meditation with the sacral chakra. I want you to learn about the sacral chakra, and I want you to do affirmations pertaining to the sacred chakra. Okay? I want you to spend some time in that energy. I also want you to pick up a book called Peace from Broken Pieces by Dr. Iyanla Vanzant. There's another book by her I want you to pick up that is called Thought Therapy. It's called Get Over It. Thought Therapy for Healing the Hard Stuff. All right? And I want that to comprise your daily spiritual practice until this year is out. I want you to read those books. I want you to do your meditation. I want you to do your affirmations. All right? Because you can pull yourself up out of that and into the space that you want to be. All right? And if you want to book a spiritual coaching session with me so we could go and look at the things further and unpack further, I always suggest that too. So we could talk, so you could get the feelings out, and I can help you get a clearer picture and understand what's been happening, right? And how the things have been showing up. All right? But that is something you can do today. Okay? Thank you, Lynette. My God, today I'm gonna hold the list right now because I already can see that I am in a shift of a space. Okay. Especially since these are channeled, I'm just gonna hold the list. The last person on the list was V. Okay. Let's continue here. Thank you. I appreciate you. Okay. Iya, Dania, Iya, Dania, Iya, Dania, Iya, Dania, Iya, Dania, Iya, Dania. Okay, here we go. I'm also live on YT, so if y'all want to go back and look at the things, you can. Okay, Dania, then I got Taisha, then I got Katrina, then I got Jessica, Sumitra, then V. Okay, here we go, Dania. For you'll know. Okay. I just read the memo. You'll know. Okay. Oh. Mm-mm-mm. Let me say my prayer. And we will begin. Good God. Whatever's going on outside, please. Please. I don't know who has this big truck moving around. Please. Let me try my prayer again. Okay. Yeah, so let's start here. They kept showing me the same imagery over and over again. So you know, like how you have castles, right? So let's dive into like the Renaissance period. You know, you have like the castles, and then you have like that. I don't even know what it's like, that bridge that is like a door, and then it falls down and it creates a bridge. You know what I'm talking about? Where you have to like let the thing down, and then it creates this. Honey, when I tell you there's a heap of chaos going on outside, I don't know what is going on. A drawbridge. Okay. Come on, a drawbridge. Listen, this is why I love everybody who's what focused and who knows what's going on. A drawbridge over a moat. Absolutely. Okay. So there's a couple of things here that is very interesting to me for you in particular. One, when they showed me it, they literally showed me you as this like Afrocentric like queen walking through, right? When the drawbridge came down, boom, there you were. But they show me you crossing over, right? Crossing over this moat into this space and taking the people who, I don't want to call them your subjects because I feel like they have a higher regard. They're connected to you. They're part of your royal court with you. And so what this is telling me is that one of the next steps for you, in particular with your Elay, is to get it out of just the comfort of your home. All right. But the spirit is showing me you holding either events publicly or going to public spaces and doing these events or doing these ceremonies and things like that in public. Okay. So I feel like it has been a very for its own reasons, a very covered and sort of shielded and privatized experience, which of course is correct. But this is talking about a sort of next level of establishment, okay? And making this be something that is public and offered to the community. And you, and not just your services, but your essence present in the community. All right. Because in order for, come on, the empire, come on, Empress, again, to grow, all right, the Empress has to go beyond the four walls, right? So this is specifically, the spirit is specifically talking about this is expansion. All right. This is expansion. And so I don't know if you are gonna plan something where you and, for instance, your godchildren can all be together in one space. If you have something like that, but it needs to be something that's in public. Okay. And the thing about it is that the beautiful thing about you is that you're not self-centered, in the sense that you're not trying to be in a hierarchical position. I hope I'm not making up words. Okay. But you're not trying to be in that position, but um you are that, in the sense of you are the leader, you are the Empress, you are that. That is exactly what you are for what it is you're building. But this is also talking about the bridging of the gap, right? Which is a theme that I feel shows up all the freaking time for you. All right. But I think part of that is getting out in public. All right. And finding either spaces where you can come and teach, and perhaps even cultural things that may be going on in your city, in your wherever it is, or your surrounding areas where they're having events, community events. And it's like, you need an Ianifa? I can come. I have my godchildren. I can come and we could teach on this, so forth and so on. But this is talking about expansion, okay? And so this is a launching that is going to take you into a different realm of uncomfortability, which is, they don't care. You know, by now, they don't care about that. They don't really care about that. All right. Because this is something that you need to do, and you need to know that you can do it. Okay. You need to know you can do it. Let me listen. Okay. There's also this. They keep showing me this knife or this dagger to your womb space, okay? And I'm going to say this. Be careful of your trustworthiness, even with the people that you may be leading, okay? I want you to be careful of that, because everybody is not there for the same reason, okay? And you want to keep your intuitiveness about you. When something goes, follow that. That is not a lie. Okay? It's not a lie. And this has to do with your practice. It has to do with your teaching, so forth and so on. We got to talk. Okay. Okay. Yes. Because, yeah. Yeah, it definitely has to do with that, with the teaching, with your things, and it's giving trader vibes. It's giving that, okay? And so I just want you to be, well, we'll talk about it. We're going to talk about it, okay? Because this seems very, very hurtful and a very sort of tragic thing if you allow it to be. Okay? The Odu I got today. Okay. Yeah, because that's what it's given to me. But that, however, that is going to be a propellant for you. Okay? That is going to propel you to go further. All right? Because I just feel like and things are necessary. Everybody who's with you, and I need everyone to hear this. Everybody who is with you is not meant to stay with you. All right? They come either to teach you a lesson, for you to teach them a lesson, or through y'all, there's a lesson that's going to be taught to somebody else. Okay? And just because you have that experience, it doesn't mean that everything else is thrown away, everything is trash, get somebody else to do all this together. Doesn't mean that. It simply means that for this person, this thing, we are not aligned. Okay? And I gotta trust more in the wisdom and the lesson and the spirit than I do how I may feel. All right? Because what I feel emotionally is different than what I know, right? And what I know at the end of the day always has to override the feeling. Okay? So that's definitely a confirmation for that. But it's going to be a propellant for you. It's going to be a propellant for you. There's even the Six of Swords here, which indicates that separation that I was talking about. That sort of leaving and crossing over and going out. Okay. It's gonna be necessary for that. This also that separation from this person separating from you. Okay. Oh, child, I can't stand. Oh, I can't stand. I can't stand that. I can't stand a betrayer, bitch. I can't stand that. Oh! I can't stand that, but it is necessary. I don't have nothing to say. We'll talk about it. And I'll say this. Have you heard of this particular person having a lot of drama with other practices and practitioners and things of that nature? Dear God! Okay. Well, we talk about the same person. But we're going to talk. I'll give you a call. I'll give you a call. Okay? And we're going to talk. Okay? But it's gonna be okay. It's a part, it's necessary for you. Okay? Because you have to end that own cycle that you have of over giving, over committing, over extending. But it's necessary for you. And it's gonna be okay though. It's good. It's gonna hurt, but it's necessary. I know, being too nice. Yeah. When stuff is like, okay. My God, today we're gonna talk about, okay? Love to you. Oh, child. See, this is why I said I had to cut the list off because it was too much. I just knew it was gonna be a lot happening. It's gonna be a lot happening. Okay, Taisha. Oh, and I'm going slow today. So listen, Taisha, here we go. Now No, being too nice. Yeah, and that comes with it. That comes with the learning. Because it's one thing, and I've had to learn this recently, that some of us are new. We're not new necessarily new to our spiritual practice. We're new to practicing with others. I see you, Taisha. We're new to practicing with other people, right? We're new to being, some of us haven't had none of this shit go on because we ain't been connected to different people like this. And so that was a huge lesson that I had to learn myself, was because I was doing what I was doing for a while, but I hadn't brought other people in on it, or I hadn't connected with other people, you know? And then I was like, I can't believe y'all are like this. Why is not everybody why don't y'all have good intention? Why is it, what is this about? You know, and people don't have to have a reason to be how they are. They just be how they are. You know what I'm saying? I'm just sitting here like, I didn't come in here with no ill intentions. Why is this coming to me? And everything, come on, everything that happens to you and everything that is attracted to you is not, it's always to show you something. It's always to teach you something. Okay? It's always that. Okay, it's always to teach you something. And so that's why you have to look for the lesson. But we'll talk about it. Okay, Taisha, here we go. I come here again to interrupt this program to introduce to y'all this Nutrail cinnamon pecan nut granola. This Nutrail cinnamon pecan is crazy. So I just want y'all to know that. Okay, and I forgive everybody. Forgive me, everyone that's on the list, because I am moving slow today. But I love you. And you love me. Okay. Here we go, Taisha. Except for what's next. Got you. Relationships with unmarried kids. I got you. All right, Taisha. I said my prayer. Okay, this ring is cute, but it's wearing me out today. It has to come off. It has to go. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if my fingers gained 2 pounds, but it has to go today. Okay, here we go. Let me see. I love a good granola mix. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I apologize. Ancestors were showing up outside, so I had to go. Okay, but now I'm back. All right. Here we go. And yes, I cut the fan on, so if y'all hear that, that's that. Okay, here we go, Taisha. Say my prayer. Okay. So I'm gonna put some tarot here for you, but let me start by saying this. One of the things, Taisha, that you have to be very mindful of is your conditioning to be under somebody. All right. You got to be very mindful of that because you are in a space in your life where the spirit is trying to command freedom forth for you. Okay. Where the spirit is commanding freedom for you and has opened doors and things for you to get freedom. All right. So I want you to be very mindful about calling in a marriage as opposed to calling in partnership. You understand? I want you to be mindful of that language because you, like a lot of us, have a conditioning that we need to be tied to somebody, under somebody, in that way. Okay? So we have to be very mindful of that conditioning. All right? One, because, and then again, like, as far as your freedom goes, like you just got a piece of that. You have really cracked into the inner child working and the healing, right? You have really cracked into it and you have done some great work. But now this is the thing. You have healing work and you have growing work. Aha. You got healing work and you got growing work. Okay? What does that mean? I'll tell you. Healing work is the uncovering. It is the discovery, right? Of what was going on, why that was happening. Oh, I thought this was about me. This don't have nothing to do with me. Oh, wow. I see why I did what I did. I see why my mind went the way that I went. I see why I get the picture. It all makes sense. And I can give myself grace for my responses to certain things and things that I continue to do because I see why I thought that. I see why that happened. I'm not going to hold on to this and that in that same way. All of that is healing work. Okay? That's all healing work. When you heal a thought, right? So if the thought was that, for example, I am unworthy, right? If that was the thought and all the things that happen connect to that thought, and you heal that thought, you realize you are worthy, right? You are somebody who deserves love, who deserves this, who deserves treatment, so forth and so on, right? You've done the healing work. You have healed the thought. Now it's time to put the thought into practice. And that's the growing work. Okay? It's in the same way that somebody has had to have surgery, like for instance on their hip. All right? The hip was broken. And so they needed to mend the hip, right? Put the screws in, put a whatever they had to do, so forth and so on. Then you have to let the wound heal, right? You got to let the wound heal itself. And after the wound heals, the person has to get up and start walking with this new hip. You understand? And so that is the growing work. And so be mindful of the lessons that you have recently learned about yourself. All right? And a lot of that does pertain to self-worth, pertains to what it is you deserve, right? Pertains to your confidence, right? And so it's now time to put that in action. And one of the things that I would encourage you to do a couple of times is think about something that you were always afraid of doing, right? Didn't know how you were going to be perceived. It could be clothing. It could be stuff you wanted to wear, but you didn't know how you would be perceived, or things that you wanted to do, whatever that is. That go on a lot of spectrum, a whole spectrum of things. Okay. And I want you to do it. I want you to do it. And I want you to do everything that you were afraid to do, everything that you were shamed for thinking about doing. I want you to do it. Because part of the growing work is the moving. It is, all right, I know that this is wrong. Now let me put it in action and disprove and really disprove all of this stuff here. Right? You understand that, Taisha? So that's as it pertains to that for yourself. All right? I've healed the thought. I know it's not about me. Now let me start putting into action. Right? It's the feminine and the masculine. Right? That leads to that growing work. Because you have to discover for yourself that everything that they held you from, there's nothing wrong with it. Everything that you were shamed for, there's nothing wrong with it. You can do it and you won't die. Hell ain't gonna open up in the ground and you're not gonna get swallowed up and fall in. Okay? Now, on to this. They do show me a partnership. They showed me you and a man locking hands together. All right. And they showed me a string around y'all and a knotting happening, which is a symbol for me that this is a marriage, you know, but it's gonna be a marriage under newer, clearer terms. Okay. All right. They also showed me you with a little girl. All right. So you will be having a child that is either a girl, you know, or a boy that is really, you know. Or a boy that is just really, really connected to his mother. Because sometimes they would show me that. I play all day. All day I play. I play all day. All right? But I do see that. And no, you're not going to be 65 when it happens. Because I think that's also a part of your worry, is that you're going to be old. No. It's going to happen much sooner than you realize, more sooner than you think. But it is also one of those things where it's like, oh, I was in the midst of my growing work and enjoying myself, and then this popped up. Okay? So no, don't worry about that. and affirm that. Call in what it is that you want. But I did see that for you. But I had to get out the piece about your individual work before I got to that. Okay? Okay. Thank you, Taisha. Ooh, child, I'm moving slow, but y'all love me anyhow, and I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Katrina. Katrina. You focus on growth right now. Yes, indeed. Growth. Again, it's all the things that you have repressed. All the things that you have repressed. Hey, I see you. And start living that out. This is I hate to just call it experimental, but you have been oppressed for a long time, Taisha. You know, you have been really like held back and trying to play roles to satisfy other people. You know what I'm saying? And what you don't want to do, you don't want to have not figured out who Taisha is and then end up being a wife. You know? Because then now you have to be a wife and then you have to be a mother. You don't want to do that. Okay? And stop worrying because you're really already doing that. Honestly, you're already doing your growing work. You're already on the path for the things. Okay? So that's that. Damn, you are in my journal. I am. Reading still open. No, I have my list closed right now. Okay, Katrina. Lori says, "Oh Lord, that's my story." Lori, listen, we coming with the headshot, Lori. Yeah, because that's the thing. That's the thing, and that's a trick bag. But I want you to know that it's never too late. Okay? You can take your appropriate time to be like, wait a minute, B. I know I'm a mom, I know I'm a wife, I know I was this, that, and the third, but I'm going to figure out who Lori is. Now, I'm gonna do that. Give you a hug right now. We have a virtual hug. I hug you through the hug you through the camera. Okay? Ooh. Y'all, again, this hair wrap, I don't know what it is. I keep putting on this ring thinking that it's gonna get looser or that it's gonna be right on my hand today. And this hair wrap is also doing too much. This hair wrap finna fly across the room. Yeah, you have the opportunity. Okay, Katrina, I'm a to you. Give me 1 second. It's never too late, y'all. Guess what? You can start today. How do you start? Sit down with yourself and get to know yourself. Who am I? What do I like to do? What do I like to do that doesn't involve my spouse or doesn't involve my children? What makes me happy? And if you don't know, think about some things that you have thought about doing that you were like, man, I don't really have the time for that. I would never, me over there, child. Do that thing. The thing that you would say, I would never do this. Do that thing. Not talking about danger. I'm trying to go and be like, I would never steal nobody's husband. No, I'm not saying that. I'm talking about activities. I'm talking about exploration. Do that. You might as well do it. You don't know what you like to do anyway, so why not try something? And you will find that in the things that you said you would never do is exactly what you love to do, or it's going to open you up to the things that you love to do. But give yourself permission to be 18 again. Give yourself permission to be 21 again in thought and in exploration and in audacity. Give yourself permission to do that. What is actually stopping you? Let me tell you something, and I'm gonna go on to Katrina. There's plenty of people who is dead right now that folks have put a gun to their head and said, you better do this or I'm going to take you out of here. And they said, and I still ain't doing it. And they got took out of here. Why do I say that? I say that because you can choose what you do and what you don't do. You can choose. You have the ability. Can't nobody make you do nothing. Then people say, you gonna have to take me out of here because I ain't doing that. Can't nobody make you do nothing. All right? Do it. What do you have to lose? What people gonna say? They already talking about you. They already did that. What else? They was talking about you when you was doing what they wanted you to do. They was talking, hold on. They were talking about you when you was doing what they wanted you to do. So what's going to be the difference now? They always going to find something to say. Okay. Now I'm done. Hey, butterfly. Hey. Black butterfly. Yeah. All right, Katrina. Here we go. Katrina. Okay, Katrina, let's look at this. So, that's an effing word. Come on, Kendra. Ain't that a word? They was talking about you when you was doing what they wanted you to do. So, there's absolutely nothing that's going to change in their behavior when you do what you want to do. So what? At least one of y'all could be happy about something if you do what you want to do. All right, so Katrina. So one of the things that the Spirit kept showing me, or rather the main thing that the Spirit showed me, was you taking pictures, okay? The Spirit kept showing me you taking pictures. And so when the Spirit was showing me you taking pictures, it was like this thing of, they were showing it from like this perspective, right? So like if I was you taking pictures, right? The beautiful thing about that is that you have the ability to frame your life. You can frame your picture however you want to, right? You can decide, oh, how do I want to say this? You can frame your experiences, right? When you're taking a picture, you can determine who's in the picture, what way you take the picture, how much you see, how much you don't see. All right. And so you got to understand that you have that ability to take that control and that power of your life. All right. I get the feeling, all right, that you have slipped yourself into a complacency. All right. And in this mode of, a cycle, just playing out the cycle. And the Spirit is saying that, wait a minute, that this is not, no, we're not going to be stuck in this particular thing. We're not going to be in a complacent level. I don't know what this energy is, y'all, but it's been coming up for everybody. It's been coming up for everybody. You know what I think it is? I think it's because we're in the ending the ending phases, honey. We got a good 2 months left of this year of 7 before we get to this year of 8, right? Where it is a newness, it's an adventure energy that's coming up, right? And I think that's why this keeps coming up, because it's the ending of cycles, right? And so the cycles, we get real complacent in doing the same thing and having the same expectations. The Spirit is saying for you, Katrina, to reframe what you want. Reframe it. Sit down with yourself. And I'm telling y'all to do this because I have had to do. Let me tell you something. I just did this last night. I had to sit down and reframe some things because of how I was viewing and thinking about myself. What spirit? Whose spirit? Wait a minute. What spirit? Whose spirit? The spirit. Are you coming on here trolling me? You may not be, but I don't know, because some of these people pop up on here and they start asking me, what spirit you talking about? Is you talking about the Holy Spirit? You talking about God the Spirit? So I don't know what, that's why I'm asking. I don't know the vein in which you're asking about that. But when I say spirit, I'm talking about the spirit. Not the spirit. So, as I was saying, Katrina, there is this newness, okay? Thank you, Tasha. God, source, create, divine. Absolutely. So the cycles are coming to a close. All right. And so I had to sit down with myself and I had to write out my vision for myself. I had to write it out. And I did. And once I wrote it out, I said, dear God, I feel good. I feel great. Okay. So I want to encourage you to do the exact same thing. I want to encourage you to sit with yourself and write out your vision for yourself and refresh that vision, reframe that picture. All right. Reframe that picture, reframe that vision, because that is what the Spirit is needing for you to do. And also, a part of the closing of the cycle here is they want you to be mindful of how you judge others. All right. And so when we talk about judging others, what do I mean? Sometimes we hold on to the things that people have done to us because we think that if we don't hold on to it, nobody's going to hold them accountable. Nobody's going to hold them accountable. If I am not holding this person in my mind, in my heart, in my being as being this type of way, nobody else is going to hold them accountable. So check that and understand there is another court. There is a universal spiritual court that has jurisdiction over that person and that situation. You only have jurisdiction over yourself. All right. And we find out that we also judge others in the same way that we judge ourselves. So we have to be mindful of that. But again, this is a time. That's why I really want you to sit down and get clear on that vision. Paul, just stay on here because I'm going to go ahead and respond once I finish with C-Star, with my sister woman. That push. Okay. Now, here goes. She said, I know sometimes the universe just needs a push. I got you like, hurry up. Right. But you see, that leads ourselves to a poisoning. It's a self-poisoning. Okay. But what the Spirit is saying for you, we're in a renewal. We're in a rebirthing here. So get that vision for yourself. And you tell yourself, you tell your life, the version of yourself, the version of life that you want to have in this newness. Refresh and reframe it. Trying to be respectful, by the way, just curious. Okay, I appreciate you saying that. We'll get to it. I'll get to you. All right, so that's where we want to put our focus on. You got to sit there with that vision. When I tell you, when I wrote out this, I said, when I sat down and I wrote this, I said to myself said, I said, this is on point. I can get behind this vision. I'm clear about this with myself. And just something like that will spark and refresh you. Okay? And also, I want you to be mindful of the ways in which you are not open-minded. Okay? I want you to be mindful of that. I want you to be mindful of that. And again, I'm telling you, it's that same stuff where I was like, the stuff y'all be like, me, I would never go over there. Girl, that's somebody else. That's not my thing. Try it out. Be open. Be willing to call in a new experience. Hey, hey, hey. Be willing to experience something new. Be willing. Because how do you want a refreshed, a refined situation if you are unwilling to accept a new thing? If you want newness, that must mean if it is new, it has never been done before. You've never tried, you've never had it. It's brand new. You've never tried. You've never leaned into that. So sit with yourself and get that out. What are some things that I haven't even tried because I have judged it? I have made my mind up about it. Try it. Okay? Do it. Like I told Sister Woman right before you, I said they talked about you when you were doing what they wanted you to do. They talked about you then. So they're going to talk about you still. So nothing, it doesn't matter. But what matters is your own freedom and your own journey and your own expression. Hi, Dr. Jones. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, Katrina, we're calling in newness. Script out your vision. All right? And be open and willing. Thank you, Katrina. I have Jessica, then Samitra, then V. So now let me say this. When we talk about the source, when we talk about God, when we talk about the divine, the fact that we even have words and language, any word that we say is necessary and not enough. Any word, any language, anything that we utilize, this is for Powell, any word that we utilize is something that is of a man creation. Okay? And so, if I use God, one, God is not a name. God is a title, right? But if you feel comfortable using God, then you do that. If you view God as a male figure who sits in a throne, who's in the clouds above, then that's how you view God. Okay? And you are okay. Everybody is entitled to their own personalized perspective of what, who, and how God is. Okay? Some people don't say God because they are not in alignment with an Abrahamic religion. So they use the term universe, spirit, most high, even though that they use these terms, right? They use different terminologies, whatever suits and feels for them. So for me, the term that you would hear me use, or the phrases, or the verbiage, that you would hear me use is spirit. All right? Because before God was uttered as a name, word, or phrase, God was. And if you look up the etymology of spirit and you look up the etymology of breath, you will find the word respirar, which means respire, which means to breathe. So, which is also why you will find in a lot of even the languages, every word that utilizes source, spirit, God's name, or whatever has breath. Even words of power, hashe, hallelujah. Those right there have breath behind it. At the beginning, in the middle, right there. Okay? And so when I say spirit, I am speaking about the energy. You hear me say spirit, or you will hear me say cosmic mother. Mother, spirit, spirit, mother. You will hear those phrases from me. You won't hear God the Father from me. Okay? But that's me. That don't have to be you, or that don't have to be anybody else. So when I say the spirit, I'm talking about the collective energy that this universe emerged from. I'm talking about that. I'm talking about what the people would consider the Most High. I'm talking about the highest, the most expanded, all-encompassing frequency that exists, period. And guess what? I'm also talking about you and me and the tree and the birds and the ocean and the land and the sky and the planets. Because to me, spirit and God is all. That's everything. And what is all encompassing cannot also be exclusionary. Ta-da! And that has been my TED Talk. Are you clear on my position now? I hope I did a good job on breaking that down to explain my position. And that's my position. Okay? Okay, thanks for explaining. I needed that to know if I received your word or not. No problem. I appreciate you. I hope y'all screen recorded that. Oh, okay. I have it recorded. All right. Let's go ahead. And forgive me for the static I may have been giving you at the beginning, pal. It's just that, sometimes, especially through text, the way things come across may not be the way that the person intended it for it to be. And most of the time when people come in and say, what spirit you talking about, they're following that up with, is it the Holy Spirit? If it's Jesus, is it a familiar spirit? You sinful, they start going into that path. So forgive the static that I had at the start. Okay, let me continue. I got Jessica. Jessica, I just want to commend you, Jessica, for the way that you fit this question into the memo. Jessica, the way Jessica fit this question into the memo is sending me. Tears across the board, Jessica. Okay. All right, Jessica, for seeing angel numbers 1111, 444, and 333. So checking in. Yes, indeed. So I can definitely check the energy around you, but I will also tell you exactly what those things mean for you. Hey. That's why I can't have serious discussions through text, because the voice in my head will read your text with an attitude. Tracy, listen. And guess what, y'all? Here we go. I take full ownership to the fact that I have an expectation that someone could be coming for me. I am working on that. Okay? I take full ownership of that. And that's why I said, please clarify so I know which way you coming at me from. Okay. How serious discussion takes her voice ahead. Here we go. So let's look at this, Jessica. I'm gonna comment Jessica's name. I don't see her, but I'm just gonna comment Jessica so she could see her name in the Ooh, I spelled it wrong. Dear God. Dear God. No, spell it right. Thank you. So she'll see her name in the comments in the playback, so she'll be able to go to it and then hear it. All right, Jessica, here we go. Say my prayer. Okay, let's look at this, Jessica. So, I want to start here by saying this. 1111. Anytime that you see the angel numbers like that repeating over and over again, there's an essential message with the numerology for the number 1. All right. This speaks about individuality. Okay. Individuality. This is what it resonates for you. All right. It also speaks to alignment with the divine, being in oneness with the divine. But for you, there is a focus though on individuality. All right. Individuality. And so what you got to understand is that whatever it is that you have had going on in your life, Miss Jessica, or what you have going on in your life, may be stealing your focus. All right. It's stealing your focus. Ooh, child. I'm starting to get antsy. It's stealing your focus. Okay. And so your focus is leaning over here. Your focus is leaning over there. All right. It is going in different directions. And so 11111, right? Was it the 4 ones, right? 4 is a number that has to do with protection and stability. Okay. And so while people look at 1111 or 11111 as as just like a manifestation number, true, can be, but it is really though about your independence, yourself. Okay. Even if you look at like the life path numbers, that's what it speaks to as well. Okay. So it's speaking about you being in control and being the center of your life and securing that first. How do I know we're speaking to that and the folks in individuality? Because the proverb came out here. All monkeys cannot hang on the same branch, in reverse. Okay. Which speaks to you hanging with monkeys on the same branch. And girl, you need to get your own branch. Okay. And you need to get back to your branch and get back in alignment with what you are doing. Okay. 444. This is coming up to speak to your own stability. All right. And to let you know that yes, you are covered, but you also have to cover yourself. All right. So focus. You are supported, but you got to get your focus together. Okay. Get your focus together. Yeah. It's a focus thing. Check yourself before you start going off the deep end. Pull yourself together and hold tight to yourself. Okay. And also stop lying to yourself. Tell yourself the full truth. Okay. And also Be mindful of people who you sense are telling you half truths, because that is a breach in your security system. All right, both by you and by somebody else. Tell yourself the full truth. What is the full truth? Tell yourself that. When we get over to the 333, this is also speaking to communication. This is also speaking to celebration. All right? Okay? Connection and awareness as well. I didn't have service, but I'm here now. Okay, well, rewind it, Jessica, because I've been doing yours. You see the comment, I commented your name. Go back to that timestamp because I'm doing yours right now. Okay? So, this is a reminder to even when you're doing the spiritual journey. Oh, y'all didn't think I was going to have a matching fan? It's clear to me you forgot who I was. Okay. Yes, I'll rewind. Okay. Y'all forgot who I was for a moment. I know, but I'm here to remind you. This is a reminder. Okay. Um, don't get so caught up in the spiritual journey just being work. And this is a message for you and everybody else. The spiritual journey is not always diving into the depths of the shadows, struggling, trying to get. No, it doesn't have to be all that. It could be celebratory. You are allowed to bring joy into your growth and into your development. Okay. So bring that in. Call that joy energy in, please. Okay. And also, there is either a conversation that you need to have with somebody that you have not had, or you have been holding back. If you think about the 3 of Cups, that's communion, that's communication. Okay? There is a conversation that you need to have with somebody. Some things you need to say to somebody that you are not having. Okay? And the Spirit say, hurry up. Say what needs to be said. Don't let this year pass you up with things still on your chest. Okay? Don't let this year. Hey, y'all, listen to me collectively. Don't let this year pass you up and things still be on your chest. Don't do that. Say what you need to say, because you don't want to enter into the year of 8, into this newness centered year with old shit. Okay? We're supposed to be in the year. You don't want to be behind. It's a year of newness. Okay? 8 also is the infinity. Excuse me. So the things that you have in motion there is going to be going on for a long time. Okay? And it's a very powerful year. Okay? So I want you to make sure that whatever you have weighing down on your chest, get that off your chest. I know I am. I got a few people I got to call up and say, remember what you said in 1993 at 6 p.m.? I'm still pissed at your ass for that. Okay. Hello. Remember when remember when I was in a womb and you said I'm probably gonna have a big head? I ain't never let that shit go. And I think it was messed up. It was messed up that you even said that about me. Okay? Get it off your chest. Clear it. Okay? And as funny as it is, some of us is mad about stuff that long ago. So can you please get it off your chest so it's not holding you down? Okay, Jessica? Okay, Jessica, rewind so you can hear the full thing. Excuse me. I'm not tired. It's just that when I be breathing a lot, I start yawning. When I have focused breathing, I end up yawning. Oh my God, Samitra, dear God, Samitra and V, I love y'all and I thank y'all for holding on. I've been moving in slow motion. Samitra's like, Darcel, what's going on? All this you doing? Get on with the session. Oh, look at Jessica. Yup, my sister invited me to her wedding, but not inviting me to her wedding, but acting like it didn't happen. I had already had my dress. Okay. I see you, Samitra. I got you, boo. All that you doing, Darcel? Get somebody else to do it. I see you, boo. All right. What are we tapping into? What are we reading on, Samitra? Dear God, dear God, dear God. What we tapping into, Samitra? Ooh. All right, let's see what we got going on. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-mm-mm. Okay, Samitra, let's start here. The spirit kept showing me you on a poster, okay? And on the poster, it was like public enemy number one. What this lets me know is either you keep getting blamed for everything or people keep applying pressure to you. Yeah, public enemy number one. And it's like, now how I end up being the problem? How I end up, how, Sway? Okay, how is it that all of this comes over to me? That's why when I first started, I said, mm. But this is the thing, though. It feels to me that one, the breakdowns that are happening have been breakdowns that have been bubbling under the surface the whole time. Okay, they have been bubbling under the surface. It's been a buildup for a long time. All right, and so it may feel like some of the things come out of nowhere, but it's not. It hasn't come out of nowhere. But yeah, it just feels like to me that everybody is making you out to be like you are the problem. So, one, this is the fallback nation. Okay? Fallback nation is the very first step. You know what? Since it's me that's the problem, I'm going to fall back. Okay? I'm going to fall back. But what's funny to me is that the issues are about you, but it's really not. It's really not about you. But there's a lot of feelings, like it feels like to me like people think that they should have certain things that you have, or like you just have a privilege in all of this. And that's what the perspective is. But this is Fallback Nation. You said thank you. That's what I've been doing. Absolutely. And that's what you should do. I wouldn't get this. This is what I would do. I wouldn't get, hey Rob, peace. I wouldn't get into it. I wouldn't clap back. I wouldn't respond. I wouldn't do anything. I would just fall back. I would just fall back and look and listen. Because one thing about the truth reveals itself every time. And the whole thing is gonna absolve. All right. And the people are gonna see what the real is. All right. Okay, yeah, because one, let's start here. I want to start with this. There is one person in particular, a woman, who is leading the trickery. All right. This particular woman, my God, today, this particular woman is either spinning the narrative, spinning a narrative. Oh, let me fix this. Okay, I think I'm back on the clock app. She's spinning a narrative. It's really like being very deceptive. The kind of throw the rock, hide the hand type of person. Okay, which is why the spirit wants you to take a step back. Because after all the rocks are being thrown, the people are going to realize, okay, that this is, they're going to see who it is. It's going to come to fruition. It's going to all be exposed. So you really don't have to worry about it. You just have to keep yourself well while everything is unpacking, okay? My God, it's some trickery. It's some true trickery here. And pushing a narrative that keeps the eye off of them and onto you. Okay? Yeah. And the real thing about this woman is, hey, I am well. How are you? The real trait about this woman is, one, she feels like in some way, shape, or form, she's miserable. That's one. She feels like she's not expanding or she doesn't know what she wants to do. And so you looking like you're growing or expanding, that is a source of jealousy for her. That's one. All right. And she's just drastically insecure and she's trying to spin a narrative. And the more that you respond or react and do certain things like that, it's going to help her in what she's trying to spin. Okay. So, but you don't have to worry about any of that, honey. It's the balance is going to come. It's going to be justice. You don't have to worry about that. Peace. Hey, Queen L. You don't have to worry about that. Okay? So I need you to know that the things are going to get leveled and balanced. What you need to do is remove yourself from the conflict and just watch. Just watch. Okay? So know that. You just got to watch because it's all going to resolve itself. And I would say, if not before the year is over, in January, it's going to all come out. Now, people are going to be like, coming to you with the apologies, the whole nine like that. I'm so sorry I did this because I thought because so-and-so said, and da-da-da-da-da, all of that. So you don't have to worry about that. Okay? Yeah. It's old stuff. You got it. Okay? I also want to say this. Just be mindful within yourself how you yourself hang on to old things. All right? Because this is part of the reason why this stuff can show up and affect you in a way is because you resonate with this energy. Okay? So I want you to be very mindful. Anything that you got that you holding on to from dead situations, release that. If you are in a situation that you know is a dead situation, if you are in a situation that you know this thing is dead, a relationship, a friendship, a connectionship, whatever, let that thing be dead and please bury the dead and carry on. All right? Because it is wearing you down. Okay? But you don't have to worry. Okay? You really don't, honestly. Like, just straight up. The stuff is gonna balance out. Justice will be served, and you're gonna be sitting there like everybody's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe this, Amidra. I'm so sorry." Well, okay. You should believe me the first time. Kiss my ass. Okay? All right. V. Thank you, Samitra. Puerto Rico. I love this island. I don't know why that song is stuck with me. Thank you. I see you, V. One thing about me, I have so much smell good stuff always near me all the time. I have so much body care stuff. I got lotion. Now, what sense this make? I got lotion, coconut oil, watermelon seed oil, and this Breath of God scent here from Lush. Why do I have this all near me all the time? Okay, Braxton, it's a no again. It's going to be a no, okay? And I'm doing readings right now. V, here we go, V. Guidance on in this series of unfortunate events. Wait a minute, V, not a series of unfortunate events. V, I'm sure that they are unfortunate events, but it's just the way that this was stated. It's sending me. V, I understand. It's just sending me just this idea of that it has been a series of unfortunate events. Okay. You know, I'm crazy. Don't pay attention to me. Let me go ahead and take a deep breath. See my prayer, and I'll be ready. I don't put the smell good on, and not my spiritual water, not my Florida water. Man, let me tell you something. Come on, Spirit. So let's start here. I'm saying come on, Spirit, because this is what the Spirit was telling me while I was in prayer about it. One, they said, shuffle and you'll see the Ten of Swords come out. You'll see the Ten of Swords come out. Well, the Ten of Swords flew out, and it matches me. Okay, but this is the thing here. What you are experiencing and why it is so intense is because we are at the end of cycles. Okay, so everything is being uprooted, shook up by force. You are experiencing inevitable ends. It's the Ten of Swords energy. Okay? Inevitable ends. That's exactly what all of this is about. Painful, inevitable endings. And this cycle, listen, has been in flow for a long time. So this hoe is windmilling with everything it got. Shoulders, elbows, knees, toes. Shoulders, elbows, knees, toes. It is giving it everything it got, and it is knocking you from side to side. But it is because this is the ending of these cycles. We got the Wheel of Fortune here in reverse. Again, ending of cycles. All right? You even have this Ace of Cups, which shows up here. And so when the Ace of Cups shows up here in reverse, as it did, it's talking about repressed emotions that's coming up to the surface. So you're dealing with a lot of things from both people, acting a fool situation, acting a fool, but internally you're being triggered. And so the feelings and stuff are all coming to the forefront, even in other people. Because it is a purging, because it is cycles coming to an end. So you're probably looking around and it feels like Armageddon in your life because it's cycles coming to an end. Okay? What can you do? Nothing. Not about the endings and about the ruckus, because the stuff that's being uprooted and exposed is necessary for the cycles to end. What you can do for yourself, we got the Queen of Swords here, okay? And so the Queen of Swords, anytime that we see the swords here, the swords has to do with minds, with mindsets, with thoughts, right? So with the Queen of Swords, upright, not reverse. This is not a time for you to lean into the ruckus of your emotions. All right. The only thing you can do, or rather, that's not going to help you at this time. What's going to help you is getting your mind right. Getting your mind right. I want you to do a head cleanse of burdock with burdock root, coconut milk or water, coconut milk or water, and benzoin. Okay? Benzoin. Put that into a basin. Get your hands, mix it all up. Pray for the cleansing and the keeping of the mind while you were in the midst of that. All right? And use that to cleanse your head. Wash your head. All right? This is going to help clear the debris so you could have clear thought and clear understanding. All right? And boo, that's it. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. Because this is a storm. You know, like when you had the flu and you just have to let it pass. This is exactly what that is. Okay? You said, someone's, wait, what was that? Substitute for benzoin. Coffee. Use coffee. Burdock root, coffee, and coconut milk or coconut water if you don't have benzoin. Coffee is also good for that. Okay? Coffee helps to clear mental blockages and can give you that peace. Okay? So I would say that burdock and coffee. Okay? So that's all that you can do right now, V, is let it pass because it's ending. Brew. Oh no, like the coffee grinds. Do the coffee grinds. Mm-hmm. If you want to make yourself a cup of coffee and say, but do the grounds, the coffee grounds. Did I say grounds? Coffee grounds. Yes, coffee grounds. Right? It's grounds, right? Coffee. I don't drink coffee. It's a coffee grounds. Yes. I don't know why I said grinds. I think it's grounds. That, you know what I'm talking about. Use the coffee grounds. Okay. And use that to scrub and cleanse the head. And while you are washing your head and you're thinking about everything, think about your peace of mind, calling in your peace of mind. Okay? Because that's all you got right now. Let me tell you something. I was just like this. I was just like that 3 days ago. I was like, okay. That's all you got. So preserve that. But it's something that it's just, this is the things ending. This is coming to the end. There's cycles and things have to be revealed. True feelings, true intentions, all of that has to be revealed, and it has to be this catastrophic. Okay? It has to be this catastrophic. Ivy fell out. Because that's how you be like, I understand. I do. I do. I do. Okay? So that's that. And I swear I never say it can't get any worse. And then it does. That's why I don't say nothing at all. Mm-mm. 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 Okay? So that's all that this is. And I wish that there was a better, like, all you gotta do is do this, this, that. Mm-mm. You just gotta weather this. This is what this is. So do that, and do that as many times you want to. If you want to take a bath, if you want to make a scrub, okay, do what you have to do. Because that's what the spirit is calling you to. Oh, come on, therapist Tracy. Therapist Tracy said it also helps to remember the other catastrophic things you've already made it through and have a sense of knowing that you will get through this situation too. Yes. Ooh, child. That helped me. That helped me just the other day. I was like, oh my God. Oh, but Darcel, you've already survived something horrible already. It's going to be okay. In the same way you survived that and saw why that was necessary, and you're grateful for the experience and what it taught you, is going to be the same way this is. But you just keep yourself tapped into your spirituality, keep yourself fed positive things, all right? And keep that head cleansed, all right? And if you do any meditations, keep it on the crown chakra meditations. How am I survive not knowing how I'm gonna survive. And that's also why you need to do the head cleanse. So you can give that up. Okay? Give it up. Because you're never gonna know. But that be the thing. Tell me how I'm supposed to breathe with no air, no air, no air. How am I supposed to breathe with no air? How? V, that's how we be like, how? How am I? How I'm supposed to breathe with no air, no air, no air? How I'm supposed to breathe with no air, spirit? But what you didn't know, somebody was coming with an oxygen tank. Grababo shata, shadabo. EBB, I shot him out. Well, I thank God. Okay. All right, y'all. We have come to the end of the road with this. You got to anchor your spirit. There's a storm over the ocean, and it's moving its own way. If your soul ain't anchored in the spirit, it will surely drift away. Or you will surely drift away. Because there is a storm over the ocean. And that's what the song says. All right? So you want to really be mindful of that. Wait, is that Ren Star? Is that who I think that is? If that is who I think, please hold. If that's who I think it is, oh my God. Is that who I think that is? If that's who I think it is, I love their content. I be screaming. I scream every video I scream. Every video I scream. At every single one. Okay. Ooh. Wait a minute. The devil tried to take my throat. Wait a minute. Okay, y'all. So now I'm finna ease on down the road. I love you very much. Today is Friday. This is the day of the fry. Eat you some fries. I'm just kidding. Today is Friday. Today is Friday. Please do something for your wellness today. Okay. Have fun. Take a deep breath. Give yourself permission to be silly. Okay. Do something fun. All right. Because my sisters and my brothers, we have entered into the weekend, which means the end of your weakness. That's why they tell us it's the work week, because they want us to be weakened by our work. Elevate your mind, my brothers and sisters. Elevate your mind. This is the Friday. This is the day that they try to fry us. Elevate your mind. Elevate your mind. Saturday, the day that Rosa sat on the bus. Elevate your mind. They're trying to sat you down in the back, but stand up. Elevate your mind. Elevate your mind. Don't be distracted by what's going on. This is Dr. Andre Johnson. Elevate your mind with what's going on, my brothers and sisters. Not Landrea, I'm screaming. Elevate your mind. The work week so you can work in your weakness. Elevate your mind. That's why when the week ends, you're tired. Elevate your mind. October, the month of the octopus. Elevate your mind. Again, work week, octo, 8, octopus, 8 legs, trying to do everything. Elevate your mind. Bring it together. Focus on one thing. Okay. I'm Dr. Andre Johnson. Pan-Africanist. Elevate your mind. Don't let the man wear you down. Elevate your mind. Because this is the year of 7. 7 times 7 is 49. Who is going to be the 49th president? Elevate your mind. 4 plus 9 is 13. Friday the 13th. 13th is considered an unlucky number. Elevate, learn something. Elevate your mind. 13 is the actual number of months we're supposed to have in a year. Elevate your mind. Y'all not ready for this. Elevate your mind. Elevate your mind. Okay. Okay, now guess what? I'm out. I'm really out of here. For real this time. And please don't hear anything I said and been here like, we was supposed to have 13 months. Please, please, please. Please. Hey, Amana. Yeah, y'all got to elevate your mind. I'm tired of y'all not having an elevated mind. Elevate your mind today. Bye. Peace, everybody. Elevate your mind, sister. Elevate your mind, brother. Elevate your mind, sister. Bye, y'all.